All right, I've got a project here that I've been saving up for I don't know, 5 years, and then I ended up having to spend the money on something else. I've been wanting to. I had lights here once upon a time, and I pulled them out and put them on somebody else's house. But it was the old style lights. Lights have come a long way. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm going to do and show you this setup I got and all about it. Look, Operation Bahia Burn Down back there. Slow. Just going. All right, hang tight. What's going on, guys? It's Master Horticulturalist and YouTube superstar Paul Outlaw here. I got like 15 subscribers. You can't mess with me. It's exciting for the people at home, I'm sure. Nobody watches this crap anyway. I can do it. I can do it. All right, landscape lights in general have come a long way. We used to use halogen bulbs that would, you would still step them down to 12 volt power supply with a transformer, but you know, a 50 watt bulb used up 50 watts worth of current. So, you know, you would have to get a pretty daggone big transformer or one with multi-stages to run a bigger system. Now with LED lights, they're only pulling, you know, 310 watts, something like that a piece, depending on the brightness of it. And the first generation LED lights just had a rotten color, man. They were bright blue looking, and you know that didn't really fit a lot of applications. But I mean, you can do a lot with landscape lighting, and it'll really set your house off. It'll set your landscape off. I got some in the back already that I've had for years, and I'll show you what I've done with those in the trees and stuff tonight. And I'm going to put this system that I've been saving up for a while here on the house. I've ripped out all my shrubs today. You don't have to rip out your shrubs to put your lights in. Seems like an unnecessary step, but I'm going to change some stuff with that anyway. So while I got them out of the way, it'll be easier to put my lights in. All right, I got this Pro Trade set up from the Site One. The price seemed pretty reasonable, the quality looked pretty good, and I'll show you some of the fixtures and the transformer. It's a 150 watt transformer, and it's heavy. I'll say that much for it. But it's stainless steel. It has instructions. Distinctive instructions. But watertight box. You know, you'll run the plug out the bottom, but you'll come up in here and tap in with your power supply. Now, I am pretty sure, and well, you can put a timer in here too and plug it into that, and then plug this in. Or if you had some kind of, you know, Wi-Fi plug device that you talk to your little thing sitting on the bedside table and say, you know, Jeannie Mae, turn on the landscape lights, and they come on, or whatever its name is. But anyway, that's that. But in the old days, when we would run the true wattage bulbs in the fixtures, a lot of what we do is make a big loop and come back to the transformer with the wire, so the voltage would be more stable all along the run, because on long runs you would drop power and the lights would be dim. I don't think that's going to be an issue with these. I haven't done a longer run system with these new LED lights yet, so I'm just going to assume that it's not, because that's how much wire I bought. There's my wire. And because you know, wire can get expensive, and if you think about it, if you're running out and back to the transformer in a big loop, you can spend a lot of money on wire. But anyway, there's my timer I'm going to put in it. It's digital, and it has a daylight savings time setting, so you don't have to go back and change it. And it may keep up with stuff if the power goes out. I don't know. It upsold me. Guilty. All right, I'm gonna get a fixture out and show it to you. All right, they have a big heavy resin stake, which is pretty cool. I got the black ones. They have a bronze one, but uh-oh, might need to tool it up. Just simply comes off. See, it's got double O-rings in there to seal it out from water. It's got little prongs to capture your MR16 bulb when it goes in there. It's got a pretty nice looking domed lens in it, and the good thing about that is the water won't sit in it, it'll run out, because in this application I'm going to have them more or less shooting pretty much straight up. And here's my MR16 style bulb, and that just means the prongs on it, but you can see it's LED type light. All right, and we're gonna make our connections with these nuts, wire nuts that have silicone in them, so they'll be watertight. I have another pack of them somewhere in the shop. All right, I'm gonna use 9 uplights on this. And the pathway lights that this particular product offered, they weren't quite the style we were looking for, and I found some at the big box depot, whatever it's called, and I got them. I'm not too sure I'm gonna love them, but I'm gonna put them in today anyway. If I don't like them, I'll eventually change them out. All right, let's do some wiring. Well, actually the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and assemble all these fixtures and put the bulbs in them, have them set up. So all I got to do is, you know, put them in place. All right, assembling one of these fixtures is so easy I can even do it. So, yeah, obviously, take it out of the plastic. There's a little thumb screw right here. Take it out, and it just pulls over the rubber seals, and if you'll note, there's a little indentation right there where that set screw is going to go back into. We'll take our spike, drop your wire through it like so, and then just screw it on. Take our bulb, yep, just take this bulb, and it's got 2 little holes in there, and the 2 little pins are going to obviously go in the 2 little holes. Pow. Put the cover back on, make sure we hit that hole. That's probably the most challenging part of it. We're in. Then there's I go ahead and get it pretty close to where I'm going to want it aimed. There we go, ready to go. Now I'm just going to do this to the other 9. Stay tuned. All right, I'm starting to run my wire. I'll put a light on this corner and a light on this corner. So what I've done is I've laid a wire right up next to the house along there, and it's going to come to right in there. My transformer is going to be up on the porch right there, and what's going to happen is there's going to be a tail coming off the transformer. It's going to split onto that wire. It's going to split again and head to the front for the stuff that's going to be along the front. All right, what you do is you cut your line. Go ahead and separate them. Just that one a little bit. There it is. Take your handy dandy wire strippers. This is 12 gauge. It's not necessary, but just for the sake of the sake, I keep all my ones with writing on them on the same side all the way down the line. So, got that. Got a wire nut. These have silicone or some kind of electrical goop in them. I don't know. Just makes them waterproof. Twist it on till it gets tight. We're in there. And I like to leave myself a little bit of adjustment room, so if I'm not in the right place with my fixture, I got some room to move it around. But I mean, if you got excess, you can loop it around your thing there. All right, I've got them all wired up. I've got my transformer hung. You know that thing about a foot off the ground, you can cut you a little piece of PVC pipe or something to put the wire in, or a little piece of conduit or something. Ooh, sun's in my face. We'll come back when it gets dark and adjust all this stuff. I got to read the manual on the timer here to figure out how that works. It looks a little complicated, but anyway, we're on the way. Everything's working. Shocking. Alright, it still ain't really dark enough to see what we're doing with them yet. But I got this one on the side. I'm toying with either shooting in that little Vitex tree you're putting on the side of the house. Right now everything looks like it's aimed about right, and with the deal on the camera that tries to open it up so it can see in the dark, it doesn't look right. But maybe when it gets all the way dark I'll show it one more time. I got that one shooting in my little Vitex tree there. I haven't permanently done anything with it yet. I might move it to the side of the house. I'm gonna do that and see what that looks like. About that. All right, this is a little bit darker now. We're getting a little bit better idea of what it's doing. All right, I think that's about where I want them. Just got to figure out what I want to do with the one on the side of the house over there. Let me show you the back. All right, this is my little pathway by the pond out here where my fire pit is. I got little lights going up it. Some kind of critter just ran by. And then up the trees. And then up that big tree. I got some little tiki torches out here too. You can see them. There's one. And the fire pit. Swing. Some chairs in the dark. Alright, it is getting dark out here now. Alright, there you go. A little outdoor lighting. But it makes the house look better at night. I like it. Now I just got to replace my shrubbery tomorrow. We'll make another video tomorrow and show what I'm going to do with that. Thanks for watching. Good night.